Archival audio is included in this program.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents Say More, Lessons from Work, the White House, and the World by Jen Psaki. Read by the author.
To Vivian Matthew, as you go out into the world, I hope you are always kind and curious and also know how to say more. My first press briefing. It was one of the most important days of my career, and I was on my way to the zoo. On January 20th, 2021, Joe Biden was being sworn in as the 46th President of the United States, and I was about to start my job as White House Press Secretary. As a security precaution following the January 6th attack on the Capitol, a perimeter had been set up around the White House complex, which meant the team starting work that day had to meet off-site and take buses to our new office. We boarded buses at the National Zoo. I arrived shortly before 11 a.m. and checked in. And yes, the zoo was open, but since it was the middle of January, we weren't caught up in the typical warm weather rush of families trying to get a glimpse of the pandas. While our bus navigated the detours set up in place for the event, we all pulled up the inauguration on our phones to watch Joe Biden take the oath of office. The White House press secretary would typically attend the inauguration, but there had never been a press briefing on Inauguration Day before, and I needed to prepare. After everything the country had been through over the previous 4 years, it was surreal to be watching such a momentous event on such a tiny screen. Cell service wasn't great. I squinted. Lady Gaga was singing the national anthem. What was on her dress? An eagle? A golden plane? On my small phone screen, it kind of looked like a plane. No, a dove. But I couldn't be distracted by zoo animals or any animals. I had work to do. I would be giving my first briefing as press secretary that night during prime time. We were realizing that part of the reason there had never been a briefing on Inauguration Day before was due to logistics. One funny detail about working at the White House is that until noon on Inauguration Day, the previous president and their team occupy the building. So with the possible exception of some national security staff, I and the rest of Biden's senior officials were locked out until 12 p.m. I would be going live just 7 hours later. The COVID-19 pandemic was still raging, so we were all wearing masks. While we had been doing regular practice briefings for a few weeks, most had been over Zoom due to the security precautions.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?